Yeah.
Sorry. Hi, Holly.
Oh,
All right. So
Yeah.
Holly tells me you like the 80s. Is this a true statement?
Well, how about if I tell you that I survived the 80s?
Okay.
hi.
Well,
Okay.
if you say,
No, that's probably my decade. I started in this business as a radio DJ, and that was probably my strongest decade in music. I got to it like kind of like very late. I was born in 69.
okay.
So like 79, 78, 1980, I started to get hooked in music.
Yeah.
I really started after Christmas in 1981 that I got my first two cassettes as a Christmas present. The following year, I was able to buy my first four LPs, and from then I got into radio like a joke. I mean, I wanted to be a doctor. Imagine that. So one day, the last teacher in our class, we were finishing high school, didn't show up, so we were released early, and there was this like epic and very famous voice in radio, and one of my friends told me, "Why don't we go and meet him in person?" And I said, "Well, we don't have anything else to do." He wasn't in town; he was traveling, but his secretary was so nice to tell us to tell us to come back on Monday. There was a Friday. So after class, we used to finish school at noon. So we drove to the office and we met him, and we were expecting like this like above everything personality and like this handsome guy with like big muscles because he had the voice. And then you see like an almost senior, kind of like short, very nice man with a mustache and like the old way, like the Clark Gable type of mustache and gray hair and the type of retiree square shirt with a bunch of pens in the pocket and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, here he is, Mr. Mario Vargas. We were like, what? And he just started talking, and it was like really hard to place a voice into that character. He ended up being a terrific gentleman. I don't know if Holly met Don Mario Vargas because he I met Holly through the radio station, and she did she traveled to Guadalajara, and she met people from the station, but I don't know if he was still there or not.
The name
And
sounds
he was a
familiar.
personality. He was very famous, and he got me my first gig. We ended up talking about music. Like we got there like at 12:30, and we left the station like at 8:30 at night. And he loved it so much that he was a very creative man. And in those days, radio was like a very deep voice, and he used to say that the performer and the title of the song and the time, and that was it. And he pictured in us like a fresh air of something new. And we started a show in 1987, and it took us like 3 or 4 months to become number one in the city.
That's a very short amount of time to hit number one.
But
Oh,
but
by the way,
because
where is this? What city are you in? What country? Where are we?
I was born and raised in Guadalajara, Mexico.